Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to beautiful Ironman Field here in Miramichi, New Brunswick for Game 5 of the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League semifinals between your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen and the visiting Fredericton Royals. The Royals come into tonight with a 3-1 series lead as the Ironmen got on the board and showed some life Friday night down at Baseball Hill, picking up a 5-2 win in what could be better known as the Dylan Lester Show. He threw a complete game with 9 strikeouts, allowed an earned run, and also drove in 3. And the Ironmen look to keep the series going here tonight with Zach Newman on the hill. Newman has had limited action this season due to injury. Again, you will remember a very efficient 3-inning game that he had here in his first appearance of the season against the Moncton Fisher Cats. And boys, oh boys, would the Ironman faithful love to see that here tonight. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Fredericton Royals. Adam Esty leads off and plays short. Dan Bertrand batting second, playing right field. Colby Lyle, the second baseman, batting third. Josh Dennis, the designated hitter, batting fourth. Nick Hoyt, the catcher, batting fifth. Matt Munn, the left fielder, batting sixth. Corey Willett, the first baseman, bats seventh. Thomas Hoyt, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Zach O'Hara, the third baseman, bats ninth. And we're in and ready to go as Newman with a couple of warm-ups, and we're ready to rock here. Adam Esty's going to step it in. Esty comes in with a 385 in the series so far. He's 5 for 13. And that's in there for strike one. So again, the plan here, Newman is going to be on a pitch count, probably something similar to that game that we saw against Moncton, but this is a playoff situation, so we'll see how it goes. Here comes the 0-1. That's a curveball on the outside part of the plate for strike two. So again, the plan is simple here. For the Ironmen, you win, and you go to Fredericton tomorrow night for Game 6 at 7:30 on Baseball Hill. If you're the Royals and you win, you wait to see what happens in the other series, which Moncton has taken a commanding 3-1 lead after a 3-0 victory at Kiwanis Park today. 3-1 victory, sorry. And they won 3-0 last night over on the island as well. That's fouled away. It keeps the count 1-2. So again, an interesting matchup here tonight. Zach Newman, who only pitched 4 innings in the regular season. And that's fouled back. McKay unable to handle it. Tyler McKay doing the catching duties tonight. Ironman defense left to right in the outfield. Jake Cook, Mike McKay, Hyrel Hebert. Infield left to right, Logan Walsh, Dylan Lester, Charlie Mollison, and Nick Leggett. And that is just outside. A very good-looking pitch there. And again, Tyler McKay doing the catching duties tonight as Jeff Watkin is a designated hitter and likely arm out of the bullpen here tonight. That is fouled back our way, and that's going to be out of play. Shane Sullivan will be the starter for Fredericton tonight, junior affiliate. So again, intriguing pitching matchup here with a couple of guys who have not thrown a lot of innings at the senior level this season. One because they're a junior affiliate, and the other because Newman has battled some arm trouble. Again, after that 3-inning start against Moncton, he was here about a week and a half later, tuning up for a start. Was scratched through 1 inning in the final game of the season. And that has popped up in the infield down the third base side. Logan Walsh is going to make the play in foul territory as he loses his hat, but he catches the ball, and that's the first out of the night. Adam Esty is recorded F5 in foul territory. Bertrand's going to step in here now. Bertrand is 5 for 15 in the series. He's going to bat here with 1 out. Top of the first. That's in there for a strike. We have an all-out-of-town umpire crew again here tonight. And that is just off the outside corner for a ball. Kent Walker calling balls and strikes behind the plate. J.P. Richard is down at first. And Mike Richards, who was here for Game 3, is down at third base tonight. That is in there. Oh. That looked like a strike from up here, but have to assume maybe it was a little high. No way it was inside. That is fouled away, so that's going to run at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. That is down and away for a ball 3-2. It's 17 degrees here at the starting of the game. We do not expect that to hold, as the overnight low expected to be down in the single digits, and it is going to chill off here. And that is hit high and deep to right field, back at the track, at the wall, and it is out of here. Fredericton strikes first. Dan Bertrand with a home run to right field, and the Royals take a quick 1-0 lead. That ball was up in the air, felt like forever. It was going to get down probably no matter what, as that was a very long run out there for Hebert. But that one scrapes over the top of the wall, and it's 1-0 Royals as they strike first. So that'll bring up Colby Lyle here with one out in the top of the first inning. The Royals already with a 1-0 lead. Lyle 3 for 12 in the series so far. That he's first pitch swinging, and he fouls that one back for strike one. And that is high and away for a ball. Evens again at 1-1. That is fouled back. Lyle with a big, mighty cut at that one. Unable to square it up. So now it's 1-2. So Newman trying to get back in the good side of things here after a solo home run. So here comes the 1-2 now with one out. And that is in the dirt. No chase there. Again, we have seen in this series the approach of the Fredericton Royals at the plate has been very, very good. They've been willing to take strikes, wait for their pitch. Here comes the 2-2. And that is slashed into left field. It's going to be a long run for Cook, and he makes the play. Little diving liner there from Lyle, but Jake Cook able to run it down for out number 2. But again, that has been a perfect example of how the Royals have handled the bat this series. They're not afraid to poke the ball the other way. We've seen a conscious effort actually in batting practice before all 3 games at Ironman Field here from Derek Wilson to encouraging his guys to take it the other way, and his team has taken it to heart so far in this series. That is in there for strike one to the designated hitter, Josh Dennis. What a series he has had. 7 for 10. Couple of home runs, couple of doubles as well. And through 6 one-hit innings in game 2. Dennis having a heck of a series. Here comes the 1-1. And that is popped up out of play. Again, the Royals hitting .324 in the series. They have 24 hits total. 36 hits total. 12 of them have been for extra bases. 8 doubles and 4 home runs in the series for the Royals. Here comes the 1-2 to Dennis. And that is popped up third base side, and it's going to get out of play. So we'll stick here with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. So here comes another 1-2. And that is on the outside part of the plate. Wow. And a very tight zone here early. Home plate umpire Kent Walker. That one looked to have caught a bit of the outside part of the plate, but we're going to go to 2-2 now. And that is a grounder to second. Maulson takes it on the short hop, flips it over to first. So that's going to end the top of the first for the Royals. The Royals get on the board first. A solo home run by Dan Bertrand. So after a half innings in the books, it's the Fredericton Royals 1. Your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen coming up. So we go to the bottom of the first inning here, and it's going to be affiliate Shane Sullivan for the Fredericton Royals. Sullivan has one pitching appearance in the Senior Baseball League this season. He threw 5 innings. Got a no decision, gave up 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 4 earned runs, good enough for a 5.60 ERA. In the New Brunswick Junior Baseball League this season, he was 3-0 with a 2.97 ERA across 33 innings, and he's going to be tasked with trying to close out the series here tonight against the Ironmen. And the Ironman lineup, he will be facing Mike McKay, the center fielder, Jeff Watkin, the designated hitter, Dylan Lester, the shortstop, Nick Leggett, the first baseman in the cleanup spot, Jake Cook, the left fielder, is batting 5th, Logan Walsh, the third baseman, batting 6th, Tyler McKay, the catcher, batting 7th, Tyrell Hebert draws the assignment in right field tonight and will bat 8th, and Charlie Malson, the second baseman, batting 9th. The defense behind Sullivan, outfield left to right, Munn, Thomas Hoyt, and Bertrand. In the infield left to right, O'Hara, Esty, Lyle, and Willette, and Nick Hoyt doing the catching duties tonight. And Sullivan's going to take the mound already with a 1-0 lead. So again, Dan Bertrand with a solo home run to right field here in the top of the first is how the Royals open the scoring. The Ironmen going to try to get that back here in the bottom half. We welcome everybody out there watching tonight, whether you're a Royals fan, Ironman fan, or just a baseball fan in general. Thanks for tuning in to O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball. And the first pitch to McKay is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Not sure what happened there. And that is inside for a ball. Now, I will admit, as a broadcast, this is the first time I've seen Sullivan pitch live. A couple of first pitches there, a couple of fastballs on the inner half with a lot of speed and a lot of life early here. That is a changeup that misses away. Again, the Ironman bats hitting only 167 in the series. They have 16 hits through 4 games. That is a boundary on the third baseline, foul. So if the Ironmen are going to continue on in this series, they have to get the bats going. They had 5 hits and were able to manufacture 5 runs Friday night in Fredericton. And that is up and in, and that's going to hit them. So it looked like Sullivan went to another change up there. It got away from him. So the Ironmen have a base runner here to start the game. And there's not many base runners more dangerous than Mike McKay. So that's going to bring Watkin to the plate. Now he's hitting .250 in the series. Has a couple hits. One of them was a home run here in the bottom of the first inning of Game 1. He's been hitting the ball hard. We'll see what he's able to do here. And that's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. And you have to wonder, you know, the Ironman not having seen Sullivan and him being a junior guy, you have to wonder if the junior affiliates in the Ironman dugout were speaking up a little more than usual here in the pregame. Maybe trying to give them a bit of a scouting report. Long pause from Sullivan there, and that is down for a ball. So that evens the count at 1-1. So McKay led the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League with 22 steals in the regular season. We'll see if he's going to get anything going here. No steals yet in the series, and he has been picked off once. There's a throw over to first, and he's going to get back. That throw almost up the right field line there as Willette had to reach across the base runner. I think maybe that was just McKay trying to get a throw over to see. Sullivan with a quick little move there. So here comes the 1-1. McKay's on the move. That's a changeup in there for a strike, and McKay's going to have that one stolen easily. So he picked the right pitch as Sullivan came with a change piece there, and McKay's got a stolen base. And the Ironmen have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out. I believe it was a ball called on the play, so that is a 2-1 count now to Watkin. I'm going by what they have on the scoreboard, which So we're gonna go with 2-1 for now. And Watkin hits that on a number to short. McKay's gonna freeze, and Estie's gonna make the play and flip it across. So a 6-3 ground out. 6-3 ground out there for Watkin. McKay not able to advance. So it'll be 1 out now and a runner at second, and that'll bring up Dylan Lester. Again, Lester with 3 runs batted in addition to a complete game victory where he had 9 strikeouts on Friday night in Fredericton. He's 4 for 13 in the series. And that is a bounder up the middle. Lyle is going to take a look at third. He's not going to have a play there, and he's going to go to first. So Lester is retired 4-3 for the second out of the inning. McKay does advance to third on the play. So we will have 2 out. And Nick Leggett's going to come to the dish here. Leggett's 2 for 13 in the series so far. Has a single and a double. And he has a RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the first. He tied for the league lead in that category in the regular season with 30. And that is in there for strike 1. Again, Sullivan has a lot of late life on that fastball here early. And that is in the dirt, and a great block by Hoyt there. That one bounced well out in front of the plate. And Hoyt with a little bit of a circus play there to keep that one in front, and McKay was thinking about it. But a great play there by the catcher to save a run. So 1-1 is the count here. And that is hit out towards second. Lyle able to field it cleanly, throws over to first, and they're going to get out of it. So Sullivan hits the leadoff man, but he's able to work around a hit by pitch, a stolen base, and strands a runner at third. So after 1 inning complete here from Ironman Field, it is the Fredericton Royals 1, your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, no score. We'd like to thank our season-long sponsors of the stream, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. I've been telling you all summer about the pub favorite crispy beer battered haddock fish and chips, and I can tell you, we just had a special delivery from O'Donoghue's owner, Jamie McDonald, here right before the game, up in the press box, and I can tell you, it is both Chris and Elitecast Media approved. Come on down and try it. Crispy beer battered haddock fish and chips served with their signature house-made tartar sauce, lemon wedge, and coleslaw. And starting this upcoming week, they'll be open on Mondays from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. in addition to their regular hours. For more information, check out their Facebook page, O'Donoghue's. Welcome to your pub. So we're going to go to the top of the second here. The Royals with a 1-0 lead. It's going to be Nick Hoyt, Matt Munn, Corey Willett here to lead it off for the Royals. Again, if you missed it earlier today, the Moncton Fisher Cats defeated the Charlottetown Islanders by a score of 4-1 to take a 3-1 series lead. So here's Hoyt. That is a hard hit ball to center. Mike McKay trotting backwards, and he makes the play for out number 1. So an F8. Is this local? Absolutely. We're live here at Ironman Field, right across from the Public Service Pay Center here in Chatham. How much is it to watch? I believe it's $7. I'd have to double check, be 100% sure, Kyle. That's right. That's right, Grayson. You can watch right here on Facebook or YouTube from the comfort of your home. And we appreciate everybody out there watching. And that is a quick 2 strikes to Matt Munn as Newman goes on the outside corner twice. He's quickly ahead here, 0-2. That is a grounder to second. A couple of hard hops there for Molson. And had a little throw in the dirt there, but Leggett able to scoop it up. So a quick 2 outs here for Newman. And that's going to bring up Corey Willett. Willett, 1 for 2 in the series with a double and a walk. That's right. Listening to the soothing sounds of me has to be just a relative joy for everybody out there in Facebook land. Oh, you boosted the bass in my mic, so I'm sounding like my usual self, but a little bassier. Almost Barry White-ish. That's what you're saying. I got it. I let the Elitecast guys over here just run the thing. So if I sound better than usual, you've got them to thank. They've been a great partner for us here all summer long. Here comes the 1-1, and that is just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Don't you worry, we'll get some Elitecast plugs in there later in the stream. And that is down for a ball, so now it's 3-1. Newman a little frustrated with himself out there on the mound as he pounds the glove. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2, so that runs it full. We have to thank all of our loyal viewers out there. During Game 3's broadcast, we reached a record-high viewer count on both Facebook and YouTube. Here comes the 3-2. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, so Newman gets out of it. So the Royals go 1-2-3 here in the second. So after 1.5, here it is the Fredericton Royals 1. Your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, no score. But yes, I would like to personally take this moment to thank all of our loyal viewers out there. If you're watching on Facebook or watching on YouTube, I remember when we started doing these streams in the 2022 season to 10, 12 people. And we really appreciate. We have, I had a great chat with some of the Fredericton Royals players after Game 3 who said, their families, loved ones, their wives love the stream. So I appreciate all the loving feedback that I receive from the locals here when I run into you at the grocery store or on the Facebook. I'd like to definitely thank the Elitecast guys who have leveled up our stream to what I believe is the best stream in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Again, Game 3, we saw record viewership on both our Facebook and YouTube, and we've already broken that record on YouTube tonight. So thank you guys very much for watching O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball all season long. And I hope this is not the last time we get to do this in 2023. But if it is, thank you guys so much for all of the love and support and the likes and the shares and the comments. I appreciate it. So we go to the bottom of the second inning here. The Ironman trail 1-0. And it's going to be Jake Cook to lead it off here against Shane Sullivan. Cook's 1 for 12 in the series with a double and an RBI. So again, the one run that is scored in this game, Dan Bertrand with a solo home run with 1 out in the top of the first. And we go to the second here. Cook, Walsh, and Tyler McKay. And that is down and in for a ball. And that is fouled down the left field line by Cook. Evens the count at 1-1. That is a change-up inside for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. That is a foul tip into the glove. The big squeeze from Hoyt. So that evens the count now at 2-2 here. Sullivan looking for his first strikeout of the ball game. And there's a grounder to second. Lyle waits for it, able to pick it up, throw to first, and he got him. Cook hustling down the line, got him by half a step. So that is a 4-3. 4 consecutive groundouts now for Sullivan. And again, we said in the top of the first, just from up here, you can tell he's got a lot of low, late life to that fastball. And it has translated into 4 groundouts here to start the ball game after the hit by pitch to McKay. And Walsh takes that one for a strike. Walsh would be familiar with Sullivan here, a couple of junior affiliates. Sullivan working quickly here. And that one is down for a ball. Again, Sullivan locked in here, is in a rhythm, quickly gets the sign, and back in we go. And that is down for a ball again. Again, home plate umpire Walker has shown a tight strike zone here early in the ball game. Not willing to give those pitches just off the black, especially low. That one's outside for a ball, and that runs at 3-1. And that is on the outside part of the plate, so that evens the count, or runs it full, sorry. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that is a grounder to short. Esty up with it, throws across the diamond, and there's a 5th consecutive ground out for out number 2. That's going to bring up Tyler McKay. I'd like to take a moment to shout out Stream superfan Devin McKenzie, who's watching out there in Facebook land tonight. Thank you for all your support. And that's going to bring McKay up here with 2 out. Trying to get something going here. Again, 5 consecutive ground outs for Sullivan. 2 to short, 3 to second. And that's going to hit McKay. So McKay is going to wear that one. So second hit by pitch of the game. So the Ironman got to run around now with 2 out, and that's going to bring up Hebert. Hebert's 2 for 4 in the series, had a home run in game 2 down in Fredericton. And he's going to bat here with 2 out and a runner at first. And Hebert's going to call time here. I think a little late on the music stoppage there. Again, Sullivan trying to work fast. So that's a change up in there for strike 1. And that's in the dirt, and Hoyt picks that one, and then a snap throw down to first. But McKay's back in, relative ease. So that evens the count at 1-1 here. And that is down for a ball. So now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And that is a ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. And that is a broken bat, one back up the middle. It gets by Sullivan, and they're able to make the play. So a broken bat, the pitcher misses it, but Hesty able to come in and make the play. So that's going to end the inning here on a 6-3. So the Ironmen strand another runner on. So after 2 complete innings here from Ironman Field on a beautiful Sunday night, it is the Fredericton Royals 1 and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 0. We'd like to thank our season-long stream sponsor, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. We're happy to announce that starting September 30th, they'll be open for brunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. What better place to grab brunch with some of your friends than one of Miramichi's finest establishments? Starting tomorrow, they'll be open on Mondays from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. in addition to their regular hours. For more information, check them out on their Facebook page. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So we're going to go to the top of the third here. And Newman is back out for his third inning of work. And I could tell you, folks, he has been a little more than deliberate with his warm-ups here in the top of the third. My guess would be waiting for the bullpen to get going here, as again, we knew Newman was going to be on a bit of a pitch limit here. And we do see some activity firing up down in the Ironman bullpen, as it's going to be 8-9-1 for Newman here. Now Tyler McKay out for a little bit of a delay/diversion. So again, we're going to start the top of the third here and have to assume that whatever Newman's imposed limit is, he must be pretty close to it. So here we go. It's going to be Thomas Hoyt here to lead off the top of the third inning. That's fouled away for strike one. Hoyt is hitless in the series. He's 0 for 3. He struck out 3 times here in game 1 and then was ejected late in the game after his third strikeout. Has not appeared in the series since. That is outside for a ball. So here comes the 1-1 now. That is in there for strike 2. That is a curveball that stays a little high. So 2-2 now. That is on the just outside. A great looking pitch there, but now it's a full count. And I can tell you, Newman definitely does not look comfortable out there. Been able to see a couple of grimaces here. And that is a foul ball down the first baseline. And it looks like Jeff Watkin is warming up. And I honestly can say it doesn't look like he's warming up with any urgency, but we've seen a runner out of the dugout here, maybe going down just to say, hey, crank it up a little bit. And that is up and in for ball 4. And Newman immediately looks into the dugout. And I think, yeah, we're gonna have the trainer come out here. So we're gonna have Bearcat McCormick, the Ironman trainer, out of the dugout here to take a look. Again, you could see even in the pre-inning warm-ups that Newman was kind of grimacing a little bit, gesturing into the dugout slightly. There was a couple of pitches there, and that's going to be it. I think he's going to come out of this game. And that is going to be it for Zach Newman, who will leave after a quick visit from the trainer. Again, he has battled arm trouble all season. So that's going to do it for Newman. Jeff Watkin is going to come in here and take over with 1 on and nobody out here in the 3rd inning. So we're going to pause real quick. And Watkin's going to warm up, and we'll be back with the 3rd inning here on O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball. All right, so again, with the pitcher substitution due to injury, Watkin gets as much time as he needs to warm up here. I hope you were enjoying his little warm-up routine on the stream. I'm sure he has to be getting towards the end of it here, but the situation to recap the game so far, it is Fredericton 1, Chatham no score. Fredericton has the only hit of the ball game, and it's a big one. Dan Bertrand with a one-out solo home run in the top of the first inning. Over the wall here, over the Sam's graphic sign in right field, is the only hit of the ball game. The Ironmen have had a couple of base runners, a couple of hit by pitches, one in each of the first 2 innings. Unable to do anything with either of those. Newman leaves after a walk, a 5-pitch walk or a 6-pitch walk to Thomas Hoyt. So there'll be one on and nobody out here. It's going to be the number 9 hitter, Zach O'Hara. So a very high probability that Watkins' first batter will be a sack bunt situation. As we've seen the bottom of the Royals order not afraid to try to get a bunt down and move a runner. So we will see how much longer the warm-up goes here. Again, as a friendly reminder, for those of you watching out there, because the pitcher substitution happened due to injury, the new pitcher is allowed as much time as he needs to warm up. Again, Watkin had only gone down to the bullpen, had barely started throwing. So to avoid a second injury, and looks like he might be good to go here. So he's going to throw one more here, I think, and be ready to rock as the Ironman fielders get ready to retake their positions. And we're good to go here. Tyler McKay is going to head on out just to double confirm what the signs are. So Watkin takes over here in the top of the 3rd inning with one on and nobody out. Bottom of the order up here. And again, this doesn't appear to be a short-term solution. The Ironmen do not have anybody else warming up, so Watkin going to be expected to go a little bit here and try to hold down the fort and allow his team to get in this ball game, as they do not yet have a hit. They have 6 groundouts through the first 2 innings. So Hoyt over at first has a big lead and a quick throw over. So again, we'll see if the Royals try to take advantage of the Watkin-McKay combo. Watkin not super quick to the plate, so this could be a situation where maybe a bunt, hit and run. Oh, that was had Hoyt leaning there, but not a great pickoff throw. And again, O'Hara not looking to square around on either of those, so looks like he's going to swing away here with nobody on and one out, or one on and nobody out. Easy for you to say. So Watkin comes set now. Long pause, and he does square. And he pulls it back. It's high for ball 1. So we're back in play here after the injury timeout. And the, let's call it long warm-up for Watkin to make sure that he's ready to rock and roll. It is, again, it's not the middle of summer. It's getting a little chilly here. Temperature down to 15 now, so down a couple of degrees. There goes Hoyt. And that is a good throw, but he's going to be in there. So Hoyt steals second. So now the Royals have a runner in scoring position, nobody out, and a 2-0 count to O'Hara here. So now we'll see if he's looking to get the bunt down to move this runner. Little cat and mouse game out of second there, and Watkin's going to turn. So again, Hoyt doing a good job of drawing some attention here, drawing attention away from the hitter O'Hara, who is in a good hitting situation here with a 2-0 count. And that is ball 3. And again, you have the top of the order looming here with Esty on deck. So 3-0 here to O'Hara. And that is in the dirt, ball 4. So the first 2 men of the inning are on here. One via the walk. So again, Newman is responsible for Hoyt out at second. Watkin walks his first batter on 4 pitches. So that turns it back over to the top of the order here for Adam Esty, who is going to bat with 2 on and nobody out. So an opportunity for the Royals here to break this game open a little bit. So here we go. We'll see what situation we end up with here. First and second, nobody out. Esty at the dish. Leggett way in at first, expecting a bunt. He does bunt. What a bunt down the third baseline. And that is going to be a base hit. What a great bunt there by Adam Esty. As that one was down the third baseline, it was far enough that Watkin unable to make an easy play. And again, if you're Logan Walsh and runners at first and second, you're kind of starting back a little bit just in case he bunts it back to the pitcher and you can potentially get an out at third. But now it's bases loaded, nobody out, and Dan Bertrand, who has the only run of the ball game, which was a home run in the first. And that is in there for strike one. So danger, danger here. And the Ironmen playing in on the corners, playing double play depth in the middle. And that's going to be all the way to the screen, and that's going to score a run. So that's a wild pitch. And it's 2-0. So now it's second and third here. Nobody out. Here comes the 1-1. And that is down for a ball. Here comes the 2-1. That's in the dirt, 3-1. So you do have first base open, but you also have the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League most valuable player in the on-deck circle. So we'll see if Watkin gives in here. Here comes the 3-1. That is popped up. Back of second. Molson calls for it and makes the play. So that is a big out number 1 as Bertrand pops out to second. So now, I mean, again, you're not even in a situation where you can pitch around Lyle because you have Josh Dennis, who has killed you this entire series in the on-deck circle now. So still a dangerous situation here. The Royals have 1 in. They have runners at second and third now with 1 out. That is out and away for a ball. Watkin has to start getting ahead of these hitters. This Fredericton team is too good of a hitting team to fall behind and then have to pump fastballs. So here comes the 1-0. That is fouled back here, evens the count at 1-1. So it's 1-1 here. That one's outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Not ashamed of a little a cappella here on the stream. I'd like to keep things interesting, folks. So here comes the 2 ball, 1 strike pitch from Watkin to Colby Lyle. And that is hit high and in the gap. That's going to be a long run for Tyrell Hebert, and he doesn't make the play. So that is going to score 1. That is going to score 2. A 2-run double for Colby Lyle. And it's 4-0 Royals. So again, you fell behind Lyle 2-1. He got a pitch to hit it very hard in the gap. A valiant effort by the right fielder, Tyrell Hebert, who ran a long way and tried to lay out, just unable to come up with it. So now runner at second here with one out. That is high for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. And that is high for ball two. So 2-0 now is the count to Lyle, or to Dennis. And that is a ball. So now it's 3-0. So now with first base open and Nick Hoyt on deck, I think you're going to probably pick your poison here. I'd be surprised if Dennis got anything to hit here. Oh, he gets one on the outside part of the plate for a strike, so it's 3-1. So the Royals have exploded here for 3 runs in the top of the third. That'll close the books on Zach Newman, who goes 2+, gives up a couple of runs. That is in there for strike 2. Dennis thought it was ball 4, was about ready to throw his bat. So Newman goes 2+, gives up a hit, a walk, or 2 hits, sorry. A hit, a walk, and 2 runs. And that is down for ball 4. Watkin has come into the game here and has allowed a walk, a single, a pop out to second, a 2-run double, and now a walk. And now Nick Hoyt is going to bat here for the second time. He flew out to center his first time. And he's going to bat here at runners at first and second. Still only 1 out here in the top of the third for the Ironmen. And no activity in the Ironman bullpen. So this is going to be up to Watkin here to try to work it out. If you're the Ironman, you need a ground ball double play right here and get in and try to get something going with the bats. Again, that has been kind of the theme of the series here. The Royals pitchers have done such an amazing job at this point in the series, especially in the first 3 games, that they score a run or 2, and then the Ironmen come back and they're just unable to get any rallies going. And they've only sent 7 men to the plate in the first 2 innings, 8 men to the plate, a couple of hit by pitch, and 6 groundouts. So we need a double play here as Hoyt steps in and he takes a curveball for strike 1. First business first. You got to get out of the top of the third inning here. So again, Hoyt flew out to center his first time on a ball tracked down by Mike McKay. And that is a curveball in there for strike 2. Hoyt seems to think that was down. So 0-2 now with 1 out again. Lyle's the runner at second. Dennis the runner at first. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Watkin records the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Matt Munn, who grounded out to second his first time. So again, it remains runners at first and second here for the Royals with 2 outs. And that is a hit back up the middle. And Malson unable to make the play. It kind of short-hopped him. And a big rounding of third by Lyle, but Dylan Lester backs it up and keeps it in the infield. So that's going to be a base hit. An infield single for Munn. Again, that ball, a lot of spin on it. It hit the ground and kind of handcuffed Malson, who I think was thinking about picking it up and going to the bag for a force out to end the inning. So it's an infield single. 4th hit of the ball game for the Royals. And now it's bases loaded with 2 out for Willett. And that is inside for ball 1. Willett struck out his first time. That is fouled away to even the count at 1-1. That one bounces off one of the light stanchions and back out onto the field, drawing some oohs and ahs from the youngsters in the crowd who are still, even back in my day, you were always obsessed with when a foul ball went out. If it hit something, the possibility of property damage, always an enticing moment. Here comes the 1-1. I don't know how many of you might remember this for my Miramichi people out there, but the Little League field that used to be across from the CN rail station in the former town of Newcastle, a hotbed for hitting vehicles driving by there on, I believe it's Station Street. I had a little bit of that little flashback here. That's up and away for a ball, 2-2. Because, again, that ball hit a light up here and immediately drew gleeful squeals from 3 or 4 children down on the third baseline. So 2-2 is the count. 2 out, the base is loaded, and here comes the runner. And he's out at the plate. Wow. Lyle there tried to steal home, and the Royals are arguing that was a balk. The Royals are arguing that was a balk on the play, but I don't think they're going to win it here. And we have a little bit of a congregation around third base umpire Mike Richards, who would have been the closest umpire to the play. So Lyle is erased, trying to steal home to end the inning. So the Royals do put up 3 in the inning. So after 2.5, it is the Fredericton Royals 4. Your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, no score. But I had other things to do. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third. Ironman going to try to get something going with the bats here. Maybe that caught stealing at the plate will spark something. So it's going to be the number 9 here, Charlie Mawson, here to start it off. Ironman trail 4-zip. Backs against the wall here. If you got it, don't scoot up there. Here comes the first pitch to Mawson. He squares around the bunt and pulls it back. Sullivan has been impressive so far. Has not allowed a hit. Has hit 2 batters. Doesn't have a strikeout. Has 6 groundouts recorded. And that's in there for a strike. All 6 of the outs he's recorded so far have been groundouts. 3 to short, 3 to second. So Lyle and Esty getting lots of work early in this ballgame. Oh. Not sure what happened there. I think Mawson calling time, trying to throw off the rhythm of Sullivan, who has definitely been time. We got another time called here as something has fallen over the stands. Little kid had lost his baseball glove down the line there, just down past the Ironman dugout. And that is down for a ball. Again, Sullivan has been working very quickly, so we'll see if more Ironmen start to call time. We've seen Hebert do it in the second. Mawson here in the third to try to throw that timing off a little bit. And that's fouled back. So that evens the count now at 2-2. Top of the order coming up after Mawson here, Mike McKay and Jeff Watkin. As again, the Watkin-Lester 2-3 is flipped again tonight. And that is a fly ball to center. Thomas Hoyt has a beat on it and makes the play. So that is the first ball tonight that has left the infield for the Ironmen, and it's a fly out to center field for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. What? Oh, it's the phone. Gosh, I wonder what's happening. Little technical hang up here, folks. We got it under control. So here's McKay. That's in there for strike 1. Attaboy. Oh, yeah? Uh-oh. What's happening here? And we're gonna have a little comment, and I have to say, the pitcher has to wait until the batter is set, and he's going to get a visit from the home plate umpire here. Now, here's the thing. Sullivan does have a history of confrontations in the junior league, he really does need to keep his composure here. So just a quick little visit from home plate umpire. Say, listen, you got to wait for the hitters to get set. Obviously, he wants to work fast. He's in a groove, and that is high for a ball. So, again, just a quick little meeting. Home plate umpire letting everybody know he had it under control. And that is inside. So now that's 2 balls, 1 strike. And that is high for ball 3. So now, after that little interaction, Sullivan unable to find the strike zone for 3 straight pitches. So now needs to settle himself here a little bit, and as he comes to McKay here, 3-1. And that is fouled off at the plate. McKay hits it off his instep. So that's going to run it full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, with Watkin on deck. And again, I completely understand Sullivan's desire there, right? You're pitching well, you're in a groove. Give me the ball and let me throw, but there has to be some allowances made, and that is ball 4. So after the little back and forth and the visit from the umpire, he walks McKay. So McKay's on for the second time with a hit by pitch and a walk. And that's going to bring Watkin up here with 1 out in the bottom of the third. So third base runner that Sullivan's allowed, a couple hit by pitch and a walk. So Watkin, who's the pitcher now, going to try to help himself out here. It's his team down 4 here in the bottom of the 3. And that's going to go all the way to the backstop. So all of a sudden, Sullivan has lost the strike zone here. That'll be a wild pitch. So now a runner at scoring position. McKay was there in the first inning as well after a hit by pitch and a stolen base. This time it's a walk and a wild pitch. And that is hit hard but foul down the third baseline. So 1-1's the count here with 1 out. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. This Watkin gets back in, and we're reset after the foul ball. Sullivan's got the sign. Here it comes. That is a change up well outside. Easy take for Watkin there, and it's 2-1. That is hit hard in the left field line, but foul. And again, something Sullivan has not been afraid to do, throwing the righties in. And again, with that little bit of late life he's got on that fastball, just enough to get it in on the handle, unable to keep it fair. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Watkin. Dylan Lester is on deck for the Ironmen. And that is well outside for a ball. So now it's a full count. With first base open, Mike McKay's the runner out at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The Royals lead 4-0. The Ironmen trying to battle back. And that is inside ball 4, and that's going to go all the way to the screen. And I'm not sure why McKay didn't advance there. That was a free base. That was all the way to the screen. That was a freebie to third. Not sure if he didn't pick it up well off the miss or whatnot, but either way, it's runners at first and second now with one out. So now Sullivan has walked back-to-back hitters here. And now Dylan Lester has a chance to get the Ironman on the board here with a runner in scoring position. And that is in there for a strike. So it gets quickly ahead here, 0-1. Time is called. And again, the Ironmen playing some mind games here with Sullivan. So 0-1 now is the count. That is outside for a ball. Again, Sullivan has lost a little bit of control, especially with the secondary stuff here to the last couple of hitters. So if you're Lester, you probably should be sitting fastball here. And he is, and that's going to be dumped into right field for a base hit. McKay's going to come around third, and he's going to score easily despite the throw into the cutoff, and the Ironmen are on the board. It's 4-1. Watkin goes all the way around to third on the play. So it'll be runners at the corners here with one out. So again, almost on cue, Lester's sitting fastball, dumps it into right field. And it's 4-1. And runners at the corners now for Nick Leggett. So here's Leggett now, and that is foul at the plate. So Leggett, his first time, grounded out to second, one of the many ground-out victims Sullivan has had. So 3 straight runners have reached here for the Ironmen, and that is outside for a ball. So first and third here now. Again, 1-1 is the count to Leggett with one out. And that is hit high in the air to right field. I believe that's going to trend towards foul territory, and it's going to fall foul. That one stayed up in the air for a long, long time. I tell you, Bertrand gave it a heck of an effort with the run over there. But that falls about 6 or 7 feet foul down in the Ironman bullpen. So it runs the count to 1-2. As in the end, it's just a long strike. This is where you'd love the big fours. Want to square something up here. And that is a number down the first baseline. It's going to be foul. So that one bounced foul down the first baseline. Doesn't make it to the bag. So we're going to reset here, and Leggett's going to get another 1-2 pitch. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes here. So that hit by Lester, the first Ironman hit of the game. Ironmen have had 4 base runners, 2 hit by pitch, 2 walks, and now that single. So 5. That one is hit high in the air to medium right field. We're going to have a tag here. Here comes the play. The throw to home, and Watkin is going to be in there easily. So it is a sac fly for Nick Leggett. And it's 4-2. And that right there, folks, is something the Ironmen have been missing in this series. Just situational, not even situational hits, just situational hitting. You know, we've talked in the first couple of games, they've had runners at second, unable to move them to third. They've stranded some runners at third, but they're first and third, 1 out. You know, obviously you'd like a double or a home run there, but you'll take a sac fly and a run. And there's a ball to Jake Cook. You take runs any way you can get them. So a sac fly RBI. So now Lester remains the runner over at first here with 2 out. And that's in the dirt, and that's going to let Lester move up. Another wild pitch in this inning for Sullivan. So now Leicester is up into scoring position here, so a base hit here likely makes it a 4-3 ball game. And that is in there for a strike. Oh, Cook didn't like that one. That one definitely looked down. Hoyt had to reach across his body there to make the play, but nonetheless, 2 balls, 1 strike's the count. And that is fouled into the catcher's mitt, and that's going to run it to 2-2 now. So 2-2, 2 out here. Sullivan looking to end this inning right here as the Ironmen have gotten on the board with a couple. All of a sudden, they have some life. And that is down and in for a ball, so that's going to run it full. Logan Walsh is on deck here with full count and 2 out. And that is a grounder to short. And right through the wickets, and that is going to score another run. Adam Esty lets it go through the 5-hole, and it's 4-3. That was a routine grounder to shortstop, and that one goes right through the wickets of Adam Esty. That's going to be an unearned run for the Ironmen, and it's 4-3. And the inning will continue here now for Logan Walsh. So an unearned run, no RBI for Cook on the play, and Walsh hits that to third. O'Hara up with it and throws across the diamond, so that'll end the inning. But the Ironmen show signs of life as they score 3 runs on only 1 hit, taking advantage of a couple of Royals mistakes. 3 innings in the books here. And it is the Fredericton Royals 3, your Chatham or Fredericton Royals 4, your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 3. We'd like to thank our season-long sponsor, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. And we'd also like to send out a big welcome to their new trained chef, Mateus. Hope you look forward to having him whip up some of your favorites. Now open Monday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight, even open on Sundays. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. So we go to the 4th here as the excitement level has increased here at Ironman Field as we have a ball game on our hands. That is hit quickly to left field by Willett on the first pitch. So Willett with a first pitch double. So they come right back in after giving up 3 and immediately a first pitch double by Willett. And just like that, the Royals got a runner in scoring position here. And now with Hoyt and O'Hara coming up here, you have to assume again, the Royals brass, Kirk Cornell and Derek Wilson, have not been shy about dropping bunts in this series. Hoyt already squared around here. And he pulls it back, and he squares again. And he gets it down. And Walsh is going to make the play down to first. He got him. So, again, the very early squeeze, Walsh was already long on the way in. But a good bunt by Hoyt. Again, a good productive out as the runner moves up to third, so he does his job. So now we're going to have a little meeting on the mound here. So again, Hoyt does his job there, gets down the sack bunt, moves the runner up to third. So now O'Hara, who walked and scored a run in the third, will have a chance to give the Royals back a 2-run lead here with a single. The Ironman infield all the way in on the grass. And that is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. So again, O'Hara walking a run his first time. Having a pretty good series. Has reached base 5 times now. And that's in the dirt. Nice block there by McKay. So again, we'll have to see if Watkin now is more conscious of the runners at third, picking up on his very deliberate windup. Lyle tried to steal home, and that is hit high and deep to left field, and Jake Cook is back, and he's not going to get it. That's over his head. So that is going to be an RBI double for Zach O'Hara, and the Royals lead is back up to 2 as it's 5-3 now. So again, O'Hara ropes one over the left fielder's head for a double. So a double, a sack bunt, and a double. And just like that, the Royals back out to a 2-run lead. That's their 6th hit of the ball game. And now it's back to the top of the order for Adam Esty. Again, no activity in the Ironman bullpen. So Watkins' situation to pitch out of here. That is fouled back. So quickly up on Esty here, 0-2. Esty 1 for 2 in the ball game. Popped out to the third baseman in foul territory in the first. Singled and scored a run here in the third. Bats here with 1 out and 1 on. And 2 strikes to the count here in the fourth. And that is high and away for a ball. Trying to get him to chase. Esty not having it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now is the count. And that is just outside. Esty thought about it, but able to check. So 2-2 now. The count here to Esty. Again, the runner out at second is O'Hara after an RBI double. And that is hit high and deep to left again. And Cook once again on the run. And once again, that's going to go over his head. And this time he throws it back in. So a third double in the inning. All of them to left field and 2 of them over the head of Jake Cook. And it's 6-3. So again, the Royals, after giving up 3, have immediately come back in and scored 2 here. So now it's going to be Bertrand, who is 1 for 2 with a home run and a pop out to second. And we're going to get some activity down in the, as a ball, or as a strike one to Bertrand. We're going to get some activity down in the Royals bullpen. I'll have to check our Ironman bullpen. What did I say, Royals? Oh, thanks, Grayson. I appreciate the correction there, pal. That's why I'm glad I have someone around. No, listen. Sometimes you need those discount double checks. That one's fouled back, so it's 0-2. I do believe that is Garrick Hale down in the bullpen, but we'll work to confirm here. It is 340 feet away. So 0-2's the count to Bertrand here. And that is just outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes again. And that is high and away. Watkin a little frustrated with himself there. So 2-2 now is the count as he's allowed Bertrand back in the at-bat here. So 2-2 now. Runner going, and that is fouled away. Esty trying to swipe third there, but we'll have to go back on the foul ball. Two and two's the count here. And that is strike three called on the inside part of the plate. A big strikeout there. Watkins' second strikeout since entering the ball game. So now that'll bring Lyle to the plate here with 2 out. Esty still the runner out at second. Watkin trying to limit the damage here. There's a grounder to second. Molson and Lyle doesn't run and is limping away from home plate. So that'll be an interesting development. So Lyle grounds out 4-3, but maybe the greater concern here is it appears he might have done something to his foot or his ankle as he did not even leave the box on the play. But the Royals get 2 back. So after 3.5, halfway home, it is the Fredericton Royals 6. The Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 3. So we go to the bottom of the fourth here as the last couple innings have seen a lot of crooked action. Altogether, we're halfway home, and it's 6-3 Royals. Ironmen have 3 runs on only 1 hit. Only 2 of those runs are earned. The third run, an unearned run after a 2-out error by shortstop Adam Esty. But again, if you're the Ironman, you got to keep putting up crooked numbers here. And that is high for a ball. And again, Sullivan, who was cruising up until that last inning where he gave up he had 2 walks, 2 walks, 2 wild pitches, an RBI single, and a sac fly. And then an error by the shortstop Esty made it 6-3. Or, well, it was 4-3 at the time. And the Royals came back and immediately supported their hurler with a couple. And that is hard hit, but foul down the third baseline. McKay just a little bit out in front of that one. One ball, 2 strikes is the count here to McKay. He was hit by a pitch his first time, and that is down for a ball. So it's 7, 8, 9 here for the Ironmen. Hebert and Molson to follow as the scheduled hitters. That is back up through the middle. A long run. Esty's not going to get it. Lyle is and able to make the play. So a great effort there by the guys up the middle, as Lyle able to go way deep up the middle to make that play 4-3. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Hebert steps in, and that is a ball. And Hebert is going to call for times here. And again, this is a strategy we have seen the Ironman hitters employ here against Sullivan, who has been working very quickly. And Hebert loops that one out to second, and Lyle able to make the easy play for out number 2. So a little dying quail out towards second. So the Ironman got 2 outs, the bottom of the 4th here, and it's going to be Charlie Mawson, who was the first Ironman to hit the ball out of the infield when he hit a fly out to center in the bottom of the 3rd. That's outside for ball 1. Inside corner there for a strike. So that's a curveball, misses outside for 2-1. Again, Sullivan has lost the control of the secondary stuff. The curveball and the changeup the last couple innings here, but still pounding that great fastball that he's had. And there's one there, and that's called just down for a ball, so it's 3-1 now. But again, that fastball has been full of life. Mike McKay in the top of the order on deck here, and that is inside for ball 4. So the Ironman will have a 2-0 base runner here. Third walk of the ball game for Sullivan, who has 3 walks and 2 hit by pitch. And that is going to bring Derek Wilson out of the dugout here, it looks like, to maybe just have a chat with his starter. Try to settle him down here. Just say, hey, listen, you're in the driver's seat. You got 3 runs to work with. You got the top of the order here, so let's throw strikes. Again, the 3rd inning got away from him after a flyout by Mawson. It was a walk, an RBI single, and then a sac fly. So just like that, the free passes came back to hurt him as he went walk, single, and all 3 of those guys came around to score. So now we're back up to McKay, who is 0 for 0 in the game with a walk and a hit by pitch. And that is a grounder to short. And SD able to make the play, and that's going to end the inning. So a little visit from the pitching from the coach. Is everything you need as he gets the inning retired on the very next pitch with a 6 unassisted. So the Ironmen don't do anything in the bottom of the 4th. 4 innings in the books here from Ironman Field. We're off to the 5th. It is the Fredericton Royals 6, the Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 3. I'd like to thank our season-long sponsor, O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. Earlier tonight, we got a special delivery from owner Jamie McDonald, who brought up a couple of hot, fresh orders of their crispy, beer-battered haddock fish and chips. And I'll tell you, it was absolutely delicious. So big thanks to Jamie and everybody down at O'Donoghue's for a dandy little feed. Go on down and check them out. It's the crispy beer-battered haddock fish and chips served with the signature house-made tartar sauce, lemon wedge, and coleslaw. And starting this upcoming week, they'll be open on Mondays from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. in addition to their regular hours. For more information, check them out on Facebook. O'Donoghue's, welcome to your pub. We go to the top of the 5th here as Watkin is back out for what will be his 3rd inning of work, while action continues down in the bullpen for the Ironmen. They trail in this ball game 6-3, so the margin for error as we get into the latter 3 innings here is very small. Josh Dennis is going to lead it off here. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to second. Watkin has allowed 4 of the 6 runs. 2 of the other 2 runs charged to starter Zach Newman. The only 2 batters that Newman allowed to reach base both came around to score. A Dan Bertrand home run in the first and a 3rd inning leadoff walk to O'Hara, who came around to score. That's in the dirt, and that'll even the count at 1-1. The Royals so far have 6 runs on 7 hits. They have committed 1 error. The Ironmen have 3 runs on only 1 hit. The only hit of the ball game, an RBI single by Dylan Lester in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's popped up back our way here. And off the top of the clubhouse and out into the street. If you're listening out there, heads up. Here comes the 1-2. And that is slashed into left field. That's going to be a long run for Cook. He's not going to get there. It's going to short hop the wall, and McKay's going to pick it up, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Josh Dennis. And to say Josh Dennis has had a series would be a ridiculous understatement, as that is now his 8th hit of the series. 5 of them have been extra base hits, as that is his 3rd double. He has been a thorn in the Ironman side all series long. And he's on base here to start out the top of the 5th. So that's going to bring up Nick Hoyt now. He's 0 for 2 in the game, has flown out and struck out. That's a curveball in there for strike 1. Was miraculously called a ball somehow. And that is a slasher, and Mawson gets turned around. He's unable to make the play. Hebert comes up with the bare hand, but Dennis not showing any signs of trying to score on that one. So back-to-back hits to start the innings here, or the inning here for the Royals. And we're going to get a visit from Kevin Bowes here, and that might be the end of the appearance here for Jeff Watkin. We have not seen a call to the bullpen just yet. And we are going to get the call to the bullpen. So that's going to do it for Watkin. So we're going to see some maneuvering here, because I'm sure they're going to want to keep Watkins' bat in the game. So it is going to be Garrick Hale coming in from the bullpen. He's going to make his 3rd appearance here of the series. So we get a couple of defensive changes as well. So Watkins' pitching outing is done. He gives way to Garrick Hale. Watkin is going to move over to 3rd. And Logan Walsh has grabbed a glove and is going to head out to right field. So that's going to mark the end of Hebert's day. So Hale will replace Hebert in the lineup. The Ironmen lose the DH. So the first couple of guys are on here. So we will have the end of Watkins' line once those 2 guys either score or are erased. But right now, Watkin has allowed 4 runs and is responsible for runners on the corners here with nobody out. So we're going to take a break here while Garrick Hale warms up. And we'll be right back with O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball. So here we go. Garrick Hale is in. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings, has allowed 6 runs in the series. So he's going to be asked to clean it up here as he enters the game with runners on the corners, 1 out, and the margin for error virtually 0 as the Ironmen are down 3. And that's going to bring Matt Munn to the dish, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. And a little throw over to first there to see what Nick Hoyt might be up to. The answer, nothing. But nonetheless, a check Edward. Gary's got the sign. Here's the first pitch, and that's inside for a ball to Munn. So 1-0 is the count here to Munn. That's down 2-0. Two and 0 is the count here. And that is foul at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Munn here as we're back in after the foul ball off his foot. And that is on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Little shake of the head, Munn there. Wasn't the one he wanted. So he evens the count here at 2-2. Again, the first 2-minute breach in the inning. Josh Dennis with a leadoff double, and then Hoyt followed that up with a single. So runners at the corners, nobody out. That is a 58-foot curveball in the dirt. But a great block there from Tyler McKay to keep the runners at bay. So the count is full now. Ironman infield in for the most part. Charlie Mollison, the deepest infielder, at about even with the bag. And that is ball 4. So that's going to load him up. So Hale walks the first batter that he faces. And Munn is down to first. The good news is here, if you're the Ironman now, you have forced at any base. You can play the infield in, take the force play at home. So it removes the tag play option. So Willette now is up here. 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Also has struck out in the ball game. And that is up for a ball. That is high and away for ball 2. And now, danger. You know where to put him, and it's 2-0. And again, we've said it a bunch of times. The Royals approach, willing to wait for their pitch. Well, Willette's in the situation where he's going to get his here. And that is in there for a strike. Not the one he wanted. So he takes that one. So 2 balls, 1 strike now is the count here. That is in there for strike 2. So after falling behind 2-0, Hale has battled back to even the count at 2-2. Bases loaded here with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. The Royals lead by 3, and they're looking for more. 2-2 is the count here to Corey Willette. That is fouled back this way. So that'll keep the count 2-2. Again, we'd like to thank everybody who's watching the stream tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook, on the Ironman Facebook page, or over on the Ironman YouTube page. We greatly appreciate you for stopping by. I am, of course, voice of the Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironman, Chris Jardine, alongside the Elitecast media guys. And here comes the 2-2. And that's up and away for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And, of course, Elitecast media has been bringing you the sights and sounds of the Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironman all year. I'd like to thank them for making the stream a whole lot better this year and making a lot less work for me. So, win-win. Garrick Hale's looking for a win here with a full count to Willette. And that is in the dirt. That's going to be a run. So, a bases-loaded walk. And that's going to be an RBI for Willette, the easy way. And now McKay out to have a say with him here, and I'm sure the say is, let's go. Got to have strikes here. You get nowhere to put these guys, bottom of the order. And again, We said way back in the first inning of game one that for the Royals to be successful in this series, they were going to have to get contributions from the bottom third of their order, and boy, have they ever. They have swung the bat well. They've done a great job at advancing runners with sac bunts. So now here's the number 8 hitter, Hoyt. And that is in there for a strike. So again, the score now 7-3. The Ironmen remain with the infield in here. And that is up and away for a ball. No activity in the bullpen for the Ironmen here. So this is going to be Gary Hale's situation to try to work out of. And that is bounded back to the pitcher's mound. And Hale knocks it down and is able to go to first for the out. So the run will score to make it 8-3. And they do record an out at first. So Hoyt with a ground out 1-3 does pick up an RBI. So it'll be runners at second and third now. And that is the first out of the inning here. Again, I'm not sure if Hale doesn't knock that down, if maybe Malson is able to get at it and have a play at home. Either way, in that situation, you're trying to get an out. And that one is going to bounce away, and that's going to be another run as that one bounces out of play off the shoulder. So both runners, so Munn will get the free pass at home. And again, that pitch nowhere near the plate. That pitch was a good, again, another 2 feet short of home. And with the spin on it from that slider from Hale, McKay did as good of a job as he could, and he caught it off the shoulder. And again, off the shoulder, and it goes out of play. So 9-3 now is the score. Runner at third here, still only one out. And that is a grounder to third. And Watkins going to come home, and he's going to be out at the plate. Oh, he dropped the ball. Oh, wow. Again, Watkin with the bobble recovers and throws home. They had Willette dead to rights, but McKay unable to hold on to the ball. So that is going to be a fielder's choice RBI for O'Hara. Will also be E2 to allow the run to score. And it's 10-3. If it could go wrong, it has gone wrong here in the last couple innings for the Chatham Ironmen. So Hale now has to deal with a runner over at first and a 10-3 ball game. And that is away for a ball. Esty wraps a base hit into center field. O'Hara aggressively goes first to third on the play. So the Royals inning continues here as they now have runners on the corners with one out. Third hit of the game for Esty. So that'll bring up Bertrand now, who's 1 for 3 with a home run, has also popped out to second and struck out his last couple of at-bats. Grounder to second. Malson up with it, and he's going to go to first. So Bertrand with a productive out there, as it'll be a 4-3 RBI. So an RBI ground out for Bertrand there will make it 11-3. And that'll allow the inning to continue here for Lyle. O'Hara moves up to, or Esty, moves up to second. O'Hara was the runner who scored on the play. Esty moves up to second on the grounder. So now here's Lyle. 1 for 3 in the game with a double. And curveball in there for strike one. And I'll tell you, Lyle, who left the box kind of limping a little bit earlier, doesn't. And that's a curveball in there for strike two. I'll tell you, Lyle doesn't really look like he's interested in hitting here. Again, he came up kind of lame after a ground out to second. He hasn't really looked involved in this at bat on the first two pitches. And the third pitch, and they're going to say that he went, and they're going to say that he went, and they appeal it, and that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to end the inning. But the Royals bat around in the inning. They score 5 runs, and they have scored 10 in the last 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Ironman Field. It is the Fredericton Royals 11, and your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. It's going to be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Ironmen. Watkin, Lester, Leggett. Watkin 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to short. Walked and scored a run his last time up. The Ironmen have only 1 hit in the ball game so far. It belongs to the man in the on-deck circle, Dylan Lester, who had an RBI single last inning. Or not last inning, in the 3rd, sorry. Again, Ironman 3 runs on 1 hit. Sullivan has walked 3 and hit 2. That's fouled off at the plate. Sullivan he's given up 3 runs. 2 of them have been earned on 1 hit. He has walked 3, hit 2, and has not struck out a batter. But he has been very economical with the groundouts. Nine of the 12 outs he has recorded have been via the groundout. Sullivan not impressed with the amount of time Watkin taken at the plate there, and that is going to be fouled off. As Watkin maybe tweaked a little something there. Again, he swung awful hard at that one, hit it off the end of the bat, and I think Hoyt is going to maybe just go out here and give Jeff a second. Again, that's some catcher-to-catcher respect. We see that a lot around the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League between the umpires and the catchers, and one of them takes a foul ball or anything like that, they'll try to slow down the play, and we have third base coach Kevin Bowes in to check on Watkin. Watkin's going to continue here, so it's an 0-2 count to Watkin, who's leading off the inning here. And that is up and in. Again, Sullivan has gotten a little wild here in the last few innings, but has been able to keep it together. He allowed that 3 in the 3rd and then came back with a scoreless 4th. And that is hit hard down the 3rd baseline, and that's going to be inside the line for a base hit. Watkin will stop at first with a single. Second hit of the ball game for the Ironmen is a leadoff single for Jeff Watkin. So again, the Ironmen have some work to do here. They've got 9 outs left, and they're down 8 runs. Anything less than 8, and their season will end here tonight. And the Royals will move on to face the winner of the Fisher Cats Islanders series, which could end as soon as tomorrow night. The Fisher Cats, with a 3-0 win last night and a 4-1 win this afternoon, have taken a 3-1 series lead over the first-place Charlottetown Islanders in the regular season. Well, we're going to get a little bit of a time called here. So here's Lester now. who's going to step in. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI, single, and a run scored, and that's down for a ball. So, again, if you're the Ironman here, one pitch, one at-bat at a time. You've got a big hole you got to dig yourself out of. You can't get 8 runs with one swing, so. And that is hit hard into left field. And Munn able to get there and make the play. So, Lester with a really hard-hit ball, but unfortunately comes up with an out, as it was pretty much right at the left fielder, Munn. So that'll be 1 out now for Nick Leggett. Watkins still the runner over at first. That's popped up down the first base side. Foul, lookout. That one lands in the stands just to our right here, down between us and the Ironman dugout. So strike one here to Leggett. There's a swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch from Sullivan there. Leggett quickly in a hole here, 0-2. And that's going to hit him. So Sullivan loses control of the curveball there. It comes way inside, hits Leggett. No possibility for him to get out of the way. So that is the third hit by pitch for Sullivan. So again, what a weird little stat line he's got going here. 4 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 hit by pitch, no strikeouts. And that is in there for strike one to Cook. And Cook not a fan of that call. And I can tell you that pitch has been a ball pretty much exclusively the whole game. So, and there's a swing and a miss for strike two. Oh, no. Wow. They appeal to the third base umpire there, who says he didn't go. All righty. 1-1 is the count. Looked like Cook went by quite a bit there. And that is in there for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here, as all of a sudden the home plate umpire has expanded the top of his strike zone. That is a bounder to second. A long run for Lyle, and he's not going to make the play as Cook able to beat it out. That should be scored a single. It did bring the first baseman off the bag. But that is going to be an infield single. Again, that was a long run as the Royals were playing Cook a little towards the left side in the infield. So a long way for Lyle to run. And again, Cook, a very good base runner. So, and then Logan Walsh is going to step in here, and that one's in there for strike one. So bases loaded here with 1 out for Logan Walsh. And that is in the dirt. Nice block by Hoyt there. So third hit of the game for the Ironman is an infield single. That is hit hard down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. So that is going to drive in a couple. So Logan Walsh with a 2-run single. And the Ironman crowd comes alive here, is now all of a sudden it's 11-5. I hear some children down here saying the score backwards. If you're the parents of the children down the first baseline, make sure you tell your kids, you always say the higher number first. It is not 5-11, it's 11-5. That's your life lesson for today, kids. So here we go. So now the Ironmen have a little bit of life here. 2-run single for Logan Walsh. First and second now with 1 out for McKay. And that is high for a ball. Now that pitch was just a strike twice to Cook. So a little readjustment of the strike zone here to what has been a ball most of the game. That one's outside. And now McKay quickly ahead here, 2-0. So we'll see if he's taken all the way here. And he is. So 11-5 now. Again, as we said, the Ironmen got to take it one batter at a time here. Put the ball in play and let something happen. 2 balls, 1 strike's the count here to McKay. And that is way outside, runs it 3-1. McKay's 0 for 1 in the game, has been hit by a pitch and grounded out to second. No activity in the Royals or Ironman bullpen at this time, so Sullivan's going to be asked to battle out of it here. Zach Goss has appeared in the on-deck circle here for the Ironman. Would hit in place of Garrick Hale. So that means we'd have a new Ironman pitcher in the next inning. And that is in there to run the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here to McKay, 1 out, runners at first and second. Jake Cook's out at second, Logan Walsh over at first. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that gets a fist pump out of Sullivan as it's his first strikeout of the ball game. But a big one there for out number 2. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here is going to be Zach Goss. Goss has been limited in the series due to injury. He has 5 at-bats, is 0 for 5. And bats in a very key situation here is the Ironman. So here we go. So again, runners at first and second here with 2 out. So Goss here, pinch hitting in a key situation. And takes that in the dirt for ball 1. Looks like Mike McKay is warming up in the Ironman bullpen. So again, where Goss is pinch hitting for the pitcher, that would be a certifiable guarantee that McKay is going to be the Ironman pitcher for the 6th. And likely means Goss will take his place in center field. And that is hit hard down the... And that's going to go right past Willett as he tried to Olay it. Cook comes around third. The throw comes in, is cut off. So it's a pinch hit RBI single for Zach Goss, and it's 11-6. So Cook rounds third and scores. Walsh able to go first to third on the single. Again, that was a hard hit ball. Willett just kind of waves at it as it goes by. So an RBI pinch hit single for Goss. And that's going to bring up Charlie Mawson here with, again, a base hit away from this being a 4-run ball game. So runners at first and third here with 2 out. And that's in there for strike 1. Mawson 0 for 1 in the game. Walked his last time up. Big hole over on the right side as they hold Goss on here. And Mawson waves at that one. So quickly, Mawson in a hole here, 0-2. Sullivan looking to end it right here. That is hit foul as he got that change up in the zone. Mawson out in front of it due to the change in speeds. So the count remains 0-2 here. And that is outside for a ball. Sullivan tries to paint the outside corner there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 out. Logan Walsh is the runner over at third. Goss the runner over at first. And that is hit hard to second. And Lyle lets that one go right through the wickets. And nobody covers second base. Mawson's going to heads up, get into second. A comedy of errors here for the Fredericton Royals. And just like that, it's an 11-7 ball game. That was a routine ground ball to second. Lyle let it go under his glove. Adam Esty ran behind him to cover it. Nobody covered second base, which allowed Mawson to move to second. So that will be yet another unearned run, as that's going to be E4, which lets Walsh score. Goss is at third. So now the Ironmen turn it back over to the top of the order for Mike McKay, an 11-7 ball game with 2 out and runners at second and third. And that is on the outside part of the plate, or just outside, according to the home plate umpire. We do have some activity in the bullpen here for the Royals. That's in there for a strike. Looks like Isaac Edwards down there tuning up the band for the Royals. Again, you have to think Sullivan's getting to about the end of his rope here. That one is down and away for a ball. I mean, you have first base open here to McKay, but you have Jeff Watkin in the on-deck circle, so a 0% chance you're pitching around him. And that is high and tight. So just like that, it's 3-1 now. So McKay likely going to get something to hit here. And that is hit high in the air. I don't think Willette's going to have any room as he goes over, and that's going to be foul. So that's going to run it full now. So full count, 2 out here. Runners at second and third. And if you're Sullivan here, you absolutely cannot afford a free pass. And that's exactly what you... Oh, and he calls strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. So that's going to end the inning. But the Ironmen put up 4 in the inning. And after 5 complete, it is the Fredericton Royals 11, the Chatham Ironmen 7. So the wild, wacky game continues here as the Ironmen turn to their 4th pitcher of the night. And it's going to be Mike McKay here. We had a few exchanged words between Ironman coach Kevin Bowes and home plate umpire Kent Walker on the way by. So McKay's going to come in here for his first pitching appearance of the series. In the regular season, McKay made 9 appearances, 30 and 2/3 innings, was 1-4 with a 7.33 ERA. And again, he's going to try to do what Watkin was unable to do before, which is follow up a good Ironman inning at the plate with a 0. The Ironman scored 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, and then the Royals promptly came out and scored 2 to restore a 5-3 lead. The Royals have scored 1 in the first, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th for 11 runs on 10 hits, and they've committed 2 errors. The Ironmen scored 3 in the 3rd and 4 in the 5th for 7 runs on 5 hits, and they've committed 1 error. So it's going to be Josh Dennis here, who is 1 for 2 in the game with a walk, and that's in there for strike 1. Dennis 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored his last time. Led off the last inning here as well as the Royals sent everybody to the plate. That ball is about a 53-foot curve ball that spikes in the dirt for ball 1. So again, no shortage of back and forth here in this ball game. The Ironmen strand a couple on there to end the 5th. That's outside for a ball, and that runs it now 3-1. McKay's Achilles heel in the regular season, the free pass. And that's ball 4. So he walks Dennis on 5 pitches. In the regular season, he walked 36 in 30 and 2/3 innings. And again, in this situation where your team just brought the crowd back to life here with a 4 spot, you got to throw strikes. Let the defense behind you do something here. So that's going to bring in Hoyt now. And there's a swing and a miss. Big hack there by Hoyt for strike 1. 0-1, here's the count to Hoyt. And that is outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Again, if you're the Ironman here, there is no better chance and need than having a 0 right here, as you have 6 outs left to work with at the plate. And that is on the outside part of the plate, but it's called a ball. Two balls and 1 strike. Emotions running high here again, as that second ball to Hoyt was exactly probably the same spot that he rung Mike McKay up on not 5 minutes ago. So some not so nice words being exchanged down at field level. 2-2's the count here. And that is right there. Called the ball again. That one might have been a little up, I think. Hard to judge up and down from up here, but it looked like it might have been up. So that runs a full count now, 3-2. And that is out of play foul. So a good at bat here from Hoyt, as he will see a 7th pitch here. Count is full. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Runner over at first is Josh Dennis after a walk. And that is a bounder out to second. And he's going to tag Dennis, and he's going to turn a nice heads-up double play there by Charlie Malson. As he had the benefit there of the big hop, he pulls in towards Dennis and able to tag him out and convert the flip. So that's a 4-3 double play. A heads-up play out there by Charlie Malson. Now it's 2 out. And again, that helps you build some momentum here now with 2 out and Matt Munn coming to the plate. Munn, 1 for 2, has singled and walked, scored a run. That is hit hard, high and deep to center. But Goss going back, and makes the play. So a leadoff walk doesn't come back to hurt anybody, as McKay able to induce a double play and a loud, long fly out to Matt Munn. So he faces the minimum. So the Ironmen have a little bit of the mo on their side, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th here with the Fredericton Royals in the lead 11-7. Like to take a second just to shout out our broadcast partner here. Elitecast Media has been with us here all summer, bringing you the sights and sounds. You can experience the thrill of the action with Elitecast Media. They're your premier destination for grassroots motorsports and baseball broadcasting. From roaring engines to cracking bats, they've got it all. Bring your events to your fans and be part of the action. Don't miss a beat. Choose Elitecast Media for your budget-friendly events. And again, we'd like to thank them for bringing you the sights and sounds of O'Donoghue's Ironman baseball here. And we're going to have a pitching change for the Fredericton Royals here. As in the bottom of the 6th, they're going to turn it over to Isaac Edwards, who has made 1 appearance in the series through a hitless inning with a strikeout. The regular season made 12 appearances across 13 innings with a 5.38 ERA. And he is going to be asked to record the final 6 outs of this ball game and try to wrap up this series as he enters with his team up 11-7. And immediately out of the gate, he's going to be asked to face Watkin, Lester, and Leggett. So we're going to take a break here while Edwards gets warmed up, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th on O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here. The Ironmen with 6 outs to play with. Again, the task is pretty straightforward. You're down 11-7. You can't be down 11-7 6 outs from now. And it's going to be Watkin to lead it off here. Watkins 1 for 2 in the game, has singled, walked, and scored 2 runs. The Ironmen, again, scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th. And with the new pitcher in here, the Ironmen have no shortage of experience against Isaac Edwards. So here we go in the bottom of the 6th. And that's first pitch, hits Watkin in the backside. So just like that, 1 pitch, and the Ironman got a runner on. That is the 4th Ironman to be hit by a pitch here tonight. McKay, both McKays, Watkin. I don't remember who the 4th one was. There was definitely a 4th one. Either way, Watkins over at first here for Lester. And that's in there for a strike. Lester 1 for 3 in the game. Has an RBI single and a run scored. Flew out to left field his last time. And again, if you're the Ironman, it's 1 at bat at a time. That is dumped into right field. That's a long run, and he's not going to get there, and it gets by him. Watkins going to round second, and he's going to go to third. So just like that, the Ironmen have runners at first and third here with nobody out. Again, that was a bit of a dying looper into right field. It was a long run for Bertrand, and he definitely gave it an A-plus effort, but it came up empty-handed, and then the ball got by him. Center fielder Thomas Hoyt had to come over and pick it up. And just like that, Josh Dennis immediately out of the Royals dugout, trotting out down to the bullpen. As Derek Wilson and Kirk Cornell try to figure out how to get the last 6 outs of this ballgame. And now Leggett comes up here. And that's in the dirt. Watkin took a step and then goes back. Again, making sure that it's far enough away. He probably could have scored there, I think, but better safe than sorry here with nobody out. Lester does move up to second, however, which takes away the double play. So now it's second and third here with nobody out. Dennis down in the bullpen by himself. Looks like he's going to do some stretching, I guess. So maybe they're looking at him more for the 7th inning and hoping that Edwards can get 3 outs here. So the Ironman with lots of life here all of a sudden. Second and third with nobody out here. The 1-0 count to Leggett. And there's a big cut by 44. He fouls that one back into the catcher's mitt, and it evens the count at 1-1. Edwards comes set with the 1-1 now, and that is nubbered back up the middle. Oh, and now we're going to be in a rundown here as Lester pushed Watkin away. And Watkin is going to be tagged out. So again, that ball's only squeaked by the pitcher, and that's just a base running miscommunication. As soon as that ball got by the pitcher, Lester pushed Watkin to third. Watkin had no intention of going home, maybe a bit tentative on the play. Leggett is able to advance to second, so that is a fielder's choice. Watkin is retired on a 6 unassisted as Esty did all the work. So the situation remains the same, second and third, but there's now 1 out. So first pitch into Cook is a strike. And that is in the dirt away, evens the count at 1-1. Cook's 1 for 3 in the game. He reached on an error, has also singled and scored a run. He had an infield single his last time up. So 1-1 is the count here. That is in the dirt. Nice block by Hoyt there to keep that one close. So now Cook in a hitter's count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Second and third here, 1 out. Royals ahead 11-7. And that is down for a ball. So 3-1 now to Cook. Logan Walsh is standing on deck. It'll be Walsh and then Tyler McKay. And then Zach Goss, who entered as a pinch hitter. And that is fouled away, so that'll run it full. Dennis is not throwing any warm-ups down there. He's only stretching, so this is Isaac Edwards' situation to try to work out of here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning here. Recorded on a bit of a base running blooper. Here comes the 3-2 to Cook. And that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate for the first time in the ball game for the Ironmen. As Logan Walsh had a 2-run single his last time, scored a run, he's 1 for 3 in the game. And that's going to draw a visit from Royals coach Kurt Cornell. But again, Dennis not throwing any warm-ups down there, so he's just stretching. So this is just a situation where not sure what we're going to do. And actually, I think we're going to go to Colby Lyle here. And yes, we are. So Cornell has seen enough of Isaac Edwards. Edwards with a hit by pitch, a single, a fielder's choice, and a walk, and he's going to leave with the bases loaded. And they are going to turn it over to New Brunswick Senior Baseball League most valuable player, Colby Lyle. And Lyle here is going to be asked to come in a tense situation. 11-7 Royals. And the first batter he will face as Logan Walsh represents the tying run in this game. So Isaac Edwards leaves. Lyle will come in from second base to pitch. And Derek Wilson is going to enter the ball game here as the second baseman. I'm sure if Tyler Hilchey's out there watching, he's over the moon excited to have his hero in the ball game here, Derek Wilson. So Wilson's going to take some ground balls out at second while Colby Lyle's warming up. So this will be Lyle's second appearance of the series. Again, you can think back to game number 1. He threw a complete game, 5-hitter, gave up 2 runs, had 7 Ks, and set the Royals off in this series as they picked up a Game 1 win, which they have parlayed into a 3-0 lead. Ironman got on the board Friday night on Baseball Hill with a 5-2 win. So here we go. Let's set the stage, folks. It is the bottom of the 6th inning here. The Fredericton Royals are hanging on to an 11-7 lead. They are turning the game over to Colby Lyle, who will enter here. He'll enter the game with 1 out and the base is loaded. So here we go. Walsh again. Last time up had a 2-run single and scored a run. So here we go. We're back in here. And that is a curveball in there for strike 1. As Lyle goes to the off-speed stuff right away. And that is fouled away. So Lyle quickly ahead here 0-2. So quickly up 0-2 here. Again, I'd like to thank all of our viewers out there, as between the 2 platforms, we're up over 200 viewers at the moment. Thank you guys for all the support. We got 150 here on Facebook, another 60 over on the YouTube. So another record-setting viewership tonight. Again, thank you guys for all the stream support, all the kind comments. You love to see it. Hope you guys are enjoying another great ball game here on O'Donoghue's Ironman Baseball. 0-2's the count here to Walsh. 1 out, the base is loaded. And that ball hits it hard into center, and that's going to get down. So that'll score a run. An RBI single for Logan Walsh, and it's 11-8. And the line keeps on moving here for the Ironmen. Third RBI of the game for Logan Walsh. Again, Lester and Leggett had to make sure that ball got down because it was hit quite hard. But obviously off the end of the bat as it just died in front of Thomas Hoyt. Hoyt able to keep it in front there. That ball definitely had enough spin potential to get by him. So a great job by Thomas Hoyt there to keep it in front of him. That could have been disastrous. So now bases loaded, 1 out for McKay. So same situation here. We'll run one run closer. Now Tyler McKay represents the go-ahead run here. And Lyle now having a hard time with the signs here. Not sure if he and Hoyt are on the same page or not, but he stepped off back-to-back sequences here. Now I think he's got the one he wants. So here we go. And that is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. So the Ironmen, bases remain loaded here. Nick Leggett's over at third, Jake Cook at second, Logan Walsh over at first. Tyler McKay's the hitter. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame with a hit by pitch, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss at that one. A big hack from McKay for strike 2. So 0-2 here to McKay. Lyle was also 0-2 to Walsh. So here comes the 0-2. And that is away in the dirt. Nice job there by Hoyt. 1-2. That's a foul back. Keeps it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here as McKay fought that one off. Here comes another 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a big K there from Colby Lyle as Tyler McKay strikes out for the second time in the game, and that's now 2 out. That'll bring up Zach Goss, who entered the game as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning and had an RBI single. And in a huge situation here as he bats as the go-ahead run with the bases loaded and 2 out. There's a big swing and a miss there from Goss. So Lyle now with the 0-1. And that's fouled off at the plate. So Lyle again ahead to his 3rd straight hitter here, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, bases loaded here. And that is high for a ball. Trying to get him to chase one upstairs. Little extra on that one there from Lyle. 1-2 now. And time is called here. So reset here, 1-2. And that is inside corner, called strike 3. So Lyle enters the game. He does give up an RBI single, but able to go back-to-back strikeouts and strand the bases loaded. So the Ironmen do get one back. We go to the 7th inning here. Last kick at the can for both teams. It is the Fredericton Royals 11. The Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 8. So we go to the 7th inning here. The Royals are going to send their 7, 8, 9 hitters to the plate. Willett, Hoyt, O'Hara against Mike McKay, who's going to come out for a second inning of work again. A huge swing there. The Ironmen able to get one in. A base running blunder erases one, and they leave the bases loaded, and that's up and into Willett. So again, the base running miscommunication cost them a run, and that's up and in, and that got them. So back-to-back pitches up and in, and Willett is on as a freebie as a hit-by-pitch. So that'll bring up Thomas Hoyt now. Thomas Hoyt's had an interesting ball game. He reached on a walk, stole a base, and scored. Has a sack and an RBI groundout. And a throw over to first here, and I think that's just to see if Hoyt was going to square, which he did. Again, if you're the Royals, you would love a gap of more than 3 runs here. Ironman going to have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in the 7th. So some dangerous bats, capable of doing some damage. And that is popped up. McKay makes the play. So Hoyt unable to do the job. And again, I think in the 3 games we have done in this series, that is the first Royals hitter who's been unable to get a bunt down, which shows you how good the fundamentals of the bottom of the order have been. As Hoyt pops that one out to the pitcher. So that'll be 1 out. And we'll see now if O'Hara is on the same schedule. He's swinging. That's in there for a strike. O'Hara's 1 for 2. Has a double, 2 runs scored, and a walk. Reached via fielder's choices last time up. And that's in there for strike 2 as McKay paints the outside corner twice. So again, looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th for the Ironmen, it'll be the scheduled hitters are Charlie Mollison, Mike McKay, and Jeff Watkin. 1 out and 1 on here. And that is outside. McKay wastes one there. It's 2-2 now. So there's 2-2. So after 2 quick strikes, McKay misses outside twice here to O'Hara. Adam Esty, who's got 3 hits in the ball game, is on deck. And that is fouled off at the dish. So if you're McKay, you'd love to get a ground ball, maybe a double play here. At the very least, get an out. Leave that runner at first. Again, Esty coming up. 3 hits in his last 3 at-bats. A single and a couple of doubles. Bertrand has a home run tonight as well. So Danger looming. Here comes another 2-2. Long pause over here. And that is a grounder to short. They will go to second for one, and I don't think they're going to get O'Hara as he runs pretty well. So a fielder's choice, second fielder's choice of the game. O'Hara is on. Willett is erased on the 6-4. Again, O'Hara safe on the fielder's choice, so no hit there. So again, that'll bring up Esty. He's 3 for 4 in the ball game as a double, 2 singles, a run scored, and an RBI. Bats here with 2 out. And that is a high, hard one to right field, and that is going to be over Logan Walsh's head. The ball is going to come in to Molson, and the throw home is going to be late. 4th hit of the ball game for Adam Esty, his second double and his second RBI. And that puts the lead back up to 12-8. So once again, the Royals with a 4-run cushion as they erase the run that the Ironmen scored in the bottom of the 6th. So here's Bertrand now, 1 for 4 with a home run. Also has an RBI ground out on there. And that's on the just off the outside corner for a ball. So Esty now the runner out at second with 2 out. And that is down for a ball. Esty does have a stolen base in this game. He stole 3rd earlier, with absolutely zero chance of them getting him. And that is outside. So quickly 3-0 to Bertrand here. First base is open here with 2 out. And that is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. And that is a free pass. So Lyle's going to bat here now with 2 out. Two out and 2 on here. And that is in the dirt for a ball. And that misses as well. So now all of a sudden McKay has lost the strike zone. 6 of his last 7 have been balls. Again, in a situation here where you need some strikes. 2 out and 2 on. And that is outside for ball 3. So now you have 3-0 to Lyle. And you have Josh Dennis on deck. Who's 1 for 2, has walked a couple times, been on base 3 times total. And that is up and in for ball 4. Lyle not a fan of that one with a little glare. So that's going to be back-to-back walks. So now the bases are loaded. That's going to get a little visit from McKay here. So bases loaded now with 2 out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Derek Wilson is going to bat. So Derek Wilson hits here. So again, the Colby Lyle pitching change and Wilson going into the game. Erased Dennis from the DH spot. And that's in there for strike 2. So back-to-back fastballs right down the pipe. So it's 0-2 here. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Wilson goes down on 3 pitches. So McKay strands the bases loaded, but the Royals do tack one on as a hit by pitch comes around to score. So we're down to the last kick at the can for the Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is the Fredericton Royals 12, your Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen 8, with Molson, McKay, and Watkin, the scheduled hitters. So here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Thank you very much. Guys, if you don't follow CABC Baseball on Facebook and Twitter, it is well worth your time. They do an amazing job covering senior and adult level baseball from coast to coast all summer long. Countless hours posting scores and recaps. So make sure you check out CABC Baseball on Facebook and Twitter. It is well worth the follow. So here's Molson to lead off the 7th. And that first pitch from Lyle is in there for a strike. This is a save situation for Lyle. He entered with the bases loaded, so the ability for Lyle to pick up his first save of the playoffs. That is outside for a ball. Again, Molson, McKay, and Watkin. The Ironmen down 4. And that is a base hit for Molson. That's exactly what you needed to start here. You need base runners. We are in a situation here where if the first 3 guys get on, you've got Lester and Leggett coming to the plate as potential tying runs. And again, we will have McKay in here. So McKay now, so again, station to station, if you're the Ironman, 1 batter at a time is what you need. McKay steps in here, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base. And that is a curveball in there for strike 1, right over the outside part of the plate. So Lyle again, quickly ahead 0-1. He's been strike 1 to all 5 hitters he's faced so far. That is high and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Watkin up next is 1 for 2, has been on base 3 times. That is high for a ball. I do have to say I'm a little surprised they're holding Molson on here. I know it's only a 4-run ball game, but with Lyle pitching mostly away, giving up a giant hole on the right side of the infield here by holding on Molson. And that is down. Oh, no, that is in there for a strike. So that runs at 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And that is a ball. Again, now at the count full, I still see no reason why you're holding the runner on at first here. So we'll see. Maybe if Mike going to try to take advantage of that here. And that is fouled into the glove. Hoyt able to hang on. That's out number 1. That's the 3rd strikeout for Lyle. So the Ironman down to 2 out here. So that'll bring in Watkin. Again, 1 for 2. Has scored 3 runs. Has a single, a hit by pitch, and a walk in the ballgame. So Watkin has had a pretty good game at the plate so far. Edwards hit him in the backside with his first pitch here in the 6th. He came around to score eventually, and that is in there for a strike. And some differences and some definite disagreeing with the strike zone here. And a throw over to first from Lyle. So 0-1 here to Watkin. Molson still the runner over at first. And that is hit high in the air to right. Bertrand is going to get under it and make the play. And the Ironmen are down to their last out here as F9 is recorded. So that'll bring Dylan Lester to the plate. And the Ironmen down to the last out, potentially the last out of their season. Runner at first here with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. So Lyle is set here. And that is well out of the zone, low and away for strike or for ball 1. Come on now, stay focused here, Chris. Stay with us. We've made it this far. So 1-0 count here. And that is a bounder down the 3rd baseline, and that's going to be foul. So again, if you're the Ironman here, you need some base runners, need some hits. As they say, it's not over till it's over, but got to start it right here. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lester. And that is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. As we hit 236 total viewers. Thank you guys so much for the support. And that is low and away for a ball. We'll see here maybe if Dylan Lester can keep it going and give you guys all a little bit of late dramatics here as the count runs to 3-1. Again, still holding the runner on over at first. Giving Lester a big hole on the right side. He has a hit over that way tonight already. And that is fouled back. So here we go. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. The runner at first is Molson. Is going to be going on the pitch. For the love of God, this is a situation you should not be holding him on with a full count, 2 out of 4 runs. But nonetheless, he's holding him on. So here we go. Full count, 2 out here. Molson's going, and that is slashed foul down the right field line. So we're going to get another 3-2 here. 7th pitch of the at-bat for Lester. Molson will have another running start over at first. And that is fouled at the plate. As that fouls and comes up and hits Lester in the lid. So we'll see an 8th pitch now. Pitch number 8 coming in here. 3-2, 2 out. Molson will be on the run again. And that is a grounder to third. Up with it and throwing across. And that's going to be the ball game. The Fredericton Royals will be advancing to the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League Finals with a 4-1 series victory over the Ironmen, with a 12-8 victory here in Game 5. Congratulations to the Fredericton Royals, who will now wait for the winner of the Fisher Cats Islanders series. Game 5 of that series goes in Charlottetown tomorrow night at 8 p.m. You can catch that broadcast over on the Charlottetown Islanders Facebook page. They do a great job streaming over there. Fisher Cats lead that series 3-1. Again, we would like to take a few minutes here to shout out, first of all, both teams. The Fredericton Royals, who had an amazing series. Again, good luck to them in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League Final. I'd also like to take time to shout out our sponsors. O'Donoghue's Irish Pub. They have been fantastic to us all summer long. We got a delivery of hot, fresh fish and chips here before the game tonight. I wish I would have been able to enjoy it with an Ironman victory afterwards, but that's neither here nor there. I'd also like to thank Grayson and the guys at Elitecast Media for bringing you the sights and sounds of Ironman baseball all summer long. It has been an absolute joy. Again, thank you. Over 230 people here at the end of the game. And this will be our last broadcast of the season. And, of course, I would personally like to thank the organization here, the Chatham Miramichi Honda Ironmen, for allowing me the opportunity to come into your households on Facebook and YouTube Thursday nights, some Saturdays, all summer long. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. The final score here in Game 5 from Ironman Field is the Fredericton Royals 12, the Ironmen 8. The Fredericton Royals win the series 4-1. Thank you for watching, folks, and we'll see you next summer.